Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Mahogany True Talk. It's another week, and we have got the one and only Timi Dakolo, the originator of, as far as everyone's concerned, Nigeria's second anthem. In fact, some people call it the main anthem. Okay, but it's going to be interesting. I've been rushed on my feet. I had internet problems. Everything has gone wrong. So we're just hoping that everything's going to work out all right. I'm hoping that I won't have the internet problems. It's stressful. Can you see I'm sweating? But anyway, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good show. Timi will be on anytime soon. So I think I need to get all the what do you call it, greetings and all of that sort of stuff out of the way, so that as soon as Timi comes on, we can get straight into the show. Anyway, what am I going to do now? So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mahogany True Talk. Oh, it's another edition. We're calling this one the Entertainers Edition. Okay, so there's lots of entertainers that work within the entertainment industry. Sorry, my camera's all over the place. I know. Very disorganized. Not like me, but it's just one of those days that I'm disorganized. Sorry, just sorting myself out. Yeah, I know. No, very, very unprofessional. So, but anyway, I think I'm kind of ready now, kind of. So, we're just waiting for people to join. I can see my producer, as always, is online, doing a great job. Wari, well done. You do a great job on this show. Really appreciate everything you do as a producer. So, Timi has already joined us. You see, that's what I like about some people. They don't waste time. So I'm going to bring Timi on in a second. So just let me quickly get the introductions out of the way. Good evening, everybody. My name's Shola Yabadi. Welcome to Mahogany True Talk. Mahogany Events, Productions and Events is an explorational production company. I'm being straight to the point here. We bring all the top guns, like we bring Timi Dakolo and others, to talk about everything entertainment. And today's edition is I'm hoping I am not going to have problems with my internet, because I don't know what's going on, but there seems to be a lot of things going on at the moment. Hey,
my boss,
my man.
My boss, good evening.
Good evening. Oh, it looks like you are just getting out of bed, just getting ready to go to bed.
I spent most of my hours in the studio today, so I just had my bath, rushed, and I got ready for this, and I'm ready.
You didn't need to have your bath for me. Oh, you could have just. I wouldn't have known now.
My brother, how's everything, sir?
I'm very well, oh. I'm very, very well. Thank you for coming on board. I mean, as always, we really appreciate you. We know you're a busy man, and your time is very valuable to you, so we really appreciate it. I don't want to waste time. I want to get straight into talking with you about the things we want to talk about. But let me first do an introduction about who you are, so that everybody knows. I know everybody knows already, but we like to do this. So Timi Dakolo is a Nigerian singer and songwriter. The Ghanaian-born singer is popularly known as the Nigerian King of Soul. Timi's music is a popular number at any wedding within Nigeria and beyond. The 2007 winner of the inaugural season of Idols West Africa is a devoted husband and father to 3 beautiful children. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the indomitable Timi Dakolo. This man is super.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody.
Timi, I know you've been busy working. I know things have been going on for you. I've seen you all over the place. But let me ask you this. Yeah, because not everybody knows. Okay, they know you from West African Idol and stuff like that. But how did your professional music start for you? Was it something you had always wanted to do, or was it just a hobby that turned into a career?
I would say the latter. It was fun first until I now saw how okay, I can make money from this and I enjoy doing it effortlessly. So let me just take it from
Mm-hmm.
there. That's how it started. That's how it started because if I had if prior to that time, if the option was if someone had told me, this is what you're going to be doing, trust me, I wouldn't have said I said you're lying, you're just talking you just wanted to talk. Because it's not even if I'd fallen into this option, I would have stood up. But it was after the after winning the West African Idol, I said, okay, I'm already here. Um, so let me take it from here. Maybe this is the plan. This is
Mm-hmm.
like the divine plan. Okay. So let me take it from here. No need to waste all this popularity and all that. So that's how.
So, okay, when we look back at you, we will say that your earliest rise to fame, of course, was winning the Idols West Africa contest. Tell us about your experience. How did you get into the competition? What was it like? How did you feel after winning? Because I mean, there were a lot of very talented singers that were in your particular set. And
Yeah.
so for you to rise above them and win, it must have been an experience. So tell us about that experience.
Okay. Basically, I have a friend, God bless his soul, he's late now. His name is Isaiah. He
Mhm.
kept coming to me every day. Like, they are having this advert on TV about some West African Idol stuff. And I think you should go for it. You should go for it. You should give it a go. I kept telling the guy, my friend, that's this kind of thing they used to choose winners. I beg, I don't have that kind of power. He kept coming like every day. Because he had this persistent character that he doesn't take no. But like there was one day I actually saw him coming, I just hid and all that. He came back and said he must go for this thing. It's quite interesting. You see that it's going to bring you it. Just go for the experience of it. Just try it. So I packed my bag. I told one of my friends that we normally just sing. You know how guys used to sit at the corner of the street and try
Mm-hmm.
to harmonize and sing and try to please girls that are passing. That's what we used to do. If the voice was good, I was our own. So I went. I chose Calabar as my center. And I
Mm-hmm.
went to Calabar. I did the audition, and what happened was that I thought like if you did the audition and passed, they're going to give you money to come to Lagos then and all those things. I spent my money to come here, and you just gave me one envelope. There's a CD inside. Go and learn the song. We would see you in Lagos. It was like movie to me. I mean, like, what do you mean? I should just come to Lagos. What kind of thing? But anyhow, I got to Port Harcourt back, and I spoke to some friends and got transport to come to Lagos. They told me to come to Planet One. I used night bus, got to Planet One like 4:30. They now
Mm-hmm.
told me that's not where they are staying. What kind of wala is this now? So I was outside that gate. Somebody came to pick me like past 7 to another hotel where I was staying. For the first time in my life, I was in a room all by myself. Like I had a hotel room. I feel like I was some form of a boss and all that. So that's how the journey started. Then I now showered and came back to the venue.
Mm-hmm.
When I came back to the venue that was top 80. When you come to Lagos, it's for top 80. When I got to the venue, that's when I discovered that people can sing in Nigeria. Like the whole place was buzzing. Like I could see people on TV that I like people. I could see people that I knew on TV. Like I was not saying, which kind of wala is this now? Eh? I don't. These people that are singing, screaming for settle like this. Are you sure I can try this magic? So that's how I went. I passed that stage. Went to top 24, top 24. It was because it was a difficult process.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been in a place where you get to learn a song and look at somebody's face if they like it or not. Prior to that time, I was just singing for myself. If I like a song, I learn it. I can learn it for 2 weeks. I can learn it for 3 weeks. I was not under any pressure to perform to anybody and all that. So that's how it started. Then we got to top 10. Then my friend, God bless his soul, Eric Arubai, He was like my closest friend during the idols.
Mm-hmm.
We now told ourselves, okay, even if we don't win this show, they used to give weekly allowance. It was 10K. The weekly allowance was 10K. I used to say, let's stay as much as we can. This 10K, we'll collect it until the latter stage. So we felt like there was no winning for us. Like if people were calling people to vote for them, and we didn't know anybody. We didn't have like those kind of people that say, okay, somebody else say, okay, I've sent 200,000, somebody should vote for you.
Mm-hmm.
I say, if they
Wow.
give me the 200,000, I've left this house. Me, I'll use my hand and leave this house. You know, you know that kind of, you know that you don't know anybody anywhere. So boss, you get what I'm saying? So it was we used to have some Formula Eric. The day before the eviction show, we used to have our pictures on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Like 10 of us. Then in the middle of the night, I wake Eric, or Eric will wake me up. Then we'll now go and bend somebody's picture. I said, the God have said this is the person that is God. It is to annoy people a lot. We'll probably wake up late or later than the people that are there. So now someone will not see his picture bent. You now get angry and all that. But it's not Eric that has done it. We'll not say, maybe God is saying this is the person that will go. And all that, and they were dressing us and we're keeping the clothes. You see, it was not the winning that was the thing. We came there to enjoy ourselves, collect our weekly money, go around, free food. It was free food, free clothes, free haircut, free massage. Never in my life have I thought like this kind of thing. So I was just collecting as much. I said, So when it got to like top 5, and I said, when we go out, people used to recognize me easily.
Mm-hmm.
Then I said, Timi, stranger will just see you. We voted for you. You have to win this thing. Oh, this your story inspired me. Oh. So it's from that time I began to say, maybe, just maybe,
Mm-hmm.
there's a victory in sight. Prior to that time, we're just enjoying ourselves.
So in terms of, I mean, maybe that was what helped you in the sense that you didn't take it seriously. So you just went on there. You were very natural. You were very free because maybe you just didn't give a damn. But if you were to look back at the
Yeah.
contestants and the competition itself, because if you look at American Idol, you look at, it's a well-known competition, and people that have won it have gone to great heights. When you got into that top 5, though, and you started to realize that, wow, okay, I'm in with a chance. Did you now start to analyze your competitors? Did you do that extra that is needed? Because there's a lot of people that are listening to this thing here that they see you at the top and they think, okay, it was easy. But what was the struggle really like? Because I know that for a lot of these competitions, there's rehearsals day in, day out. You're playing with bands, you're trying to get the right key, the right tone, the right song. Producers are bringing their own into it, which you may agree with or you don't agree with. So give us a little bit of the nitty gritty behind the scenes of what it's really like.
Okay, the whole week is filled up. First of all, it's not like you just show up on TV and sing. I think the hard work is behind the stage.
Yeah.
On Mondays, there's choice of songs. On Tuesday, there's haircut something. On Wednesday, there's pre-recording, like rehearsals, and there's interviews. Like it goes on and on until the day of the show. Like you don't have every day you're going out. It's one thing. It's either you're going for a press conference, you are going for the pre-shoot, you're in the interview, you're picking songs, and the thing is that most of these songs you don't know them before.
Mm-hmm.
So in the middle of all these other activities, you still have to learn your song. You still have to pick a key. You still have to look good. There's a lot that goes on. I think that's the thing, and it comes with pressure. And you're also in that moment, you're also thinking, what are my competitors thinking?
That's right.
How well are they doing in their songs? So it gets to put you under pressure. It's like there's someone chasing you behind. Like you can't slow down.
Mm-hmm.
You absolutely can't slow down. So you have to try to say, okay, I did this song this week. I can't do this kind of song this week. So you are going to you are creating contrast, but you still have to be in a place where people can still remember you. So there's a whole lot going on, and some of these people, they've done these things before. Some of your competitors were in a band, like a secular band that play in club
Right.
and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Some were already musicians. So you know that you can't afford to make a mistake.
It was very intense. So who were the final two that it came down to? You and who? Can you remember?
The final two was me and Omami. The final two.
Oh, wow.
It was I and Omami, yes.
And so it's good to see how you and Omalmi have, you made a career out of it. You didn't just disappear, and that was the end of it. So I mean, kudos to
Yes,
you.
so
You perform a lot at events. You are one of the few singers or artists out there that does live performance, because a lot of people don't understand that some people can sing, but they struggle to do live. I'm not going to mention any names on this one because you're here and they're your industry friends, but we know them. We know, Timi, we know them now. This is true talk. We know how, we will say as it is. So a lot of them that really struggle to do live events. You do a lot of events, especially weddings. What's your preparation process like? Because weddings are stressful as it is. And my second part to that is, what is the difference between when you might do a wedding in terms of your preparation and your preparation for when you participate in a concert, a live concert, not when you're doing backing tracks?
Okay. Basically, I believe as a person, yeah, as an artist, that your preparation is as important as the day you perform. Your preparations before the day of the event is as important as the event itself, if not more important. Because if you get it right, if you rehearse enough, if you prepare enough, it will show. Like I can actually tell you, if I sit down at an event, a person that has not rehearsed, I can tell you this person rehearsed, this person didn't.
Okay.
This person left it to chance. This person, because it comes out. Like whether I have a show or not, I try to rehearse with my band. I try to put it together. I try to do this, do that, like this, that. And okay, let's we've done it like this before. Let's do it another way. Let's do this. Let's leave the bride. Let's focus on the groom today. Let's carry them along. There are a lot of things, and the thing about live music is that it leaves room for flexibility.
Okay. Explain.
But if you are playing a CD, you can't say stop and start again.
Okay.
You get? Because I can say stop the music and just my keyboardist and my drummer be playing. Then I can pick up from there. That's what the live music is. It's in terms of connection. It brings the audience closer to you. It's like they experience it more than when I'm playing on top of my voice or my name, which is never my style. I would never choose that. I will never choose that. It's the connection that live band brings. That, you see, when you hear live music that's even recorded live, you feel it more. Like if you hear Fela's music, you know that this one was recorded live. It has that connection with your soul. It has, it's like an unplugged session.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
I get you.
Too much digital thing. It just makes you feel like let's just entertain ourselves and let us go.
So Timi, why do you think that
But they shall
in
on
Nigeria
better very soon. Welcome to our
okay.
Nigeria.
We shall keep talking, don't worry. We have it all the time. So why do you think, yes, like I said, you don't need to mention any names because you're in the industry, but why do you think that a large percentage of our artists are unable to perform live?
They don't get it. It's a skill on its own. It's a skill on its own. If you don't get it, you can fake everything in the studio, but you can't fake everything live. A lot can enhance you. A lot of software can make you look good. But when it comes to life, nobody's helping you. If you don't have it, you don't have it. And if you don't put in the work, it will show. You will struggle. If you don't know how to stay on key to show, nobody's going to increase the key for you, quantize something, pitch bend and all that. Nobody's going to do that for you. It is you against you. Everybody will know. You know how you go off key. Even a person that's not a musician, we say they will not know how to say what that thing is, but they'll say something sounds wrong.
Get it? Okay. Okay. Timi, can you hear me? I'm not sure if we're getting a little bit of internet problems. Okay.
Yeah, but I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
Like the church was like a preparatory ground for me. So I got it. I could hear it. I would go straight to the key. So it's not as easy as somebody in the vocal in the what do you call it, in the studio helping you to tune your voice and tune your voice. If you don't have it, you don't have it. If you don't work for it, if you don't work towards it, you are just going to be doing what you are doing until the day they catch you and say, okay, this show is live. You now come and sing 4 keys away from the real key. And now be blaming the keyboardist and the instrumentalist.
But we see that happen. I know I shouldn't be laughing, but we see that happen all the time. You know, how can somebody have I mean, Wari says this a lot when we're discussing these sort of things. And he says, how can you have somebody that owns a song? It is your song. And you cannot sing your own song in the right key when you're doing live.
Bros, the kind of magic that happens in the studio is a different thing altogether. The things that happen in the studio is a different thing altogether. So, but because if you do that and you say, okay, I've not performed live. It's about one thing again. It's about priority and challenging yourself. I've not performed live. Oh, let me get a band. Let me get a band. Let us work on this thing for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You will improve. You will improve. I don't think you can be that static. You can be that static. Okay, turn off the music. Sing it by yourself. Sing it alone. Try. Know the places that you go off. Know the places that don't sound right. Then pick it up from there. Again. It's just like little baby steps. Like baby steps. You are going until one day. What I think that rehearsal does is that it breeds a certain level of confidence. Because you get to now know the thing that you are doing. You know when to do what, when to do what, when to say what, when to do this, when to do this. After a while, if you have sung something so long, repeatedly, you can be on key. You can actually be on key. You can even start with, okay, let me just get a keyboardist. Let the keyboardist play it. I will be singing. Let him correct me the first day. Correct me the second day. Okay. On the third day, we're almost there. Then we add a drummer. Then we add a guitarist. It's the rehearsal. It's the rehearsal that people think that is not important.
It's very important. Wari asked, how often do you rehearse?
I have a rehearsal studio.
Okay, so
as much as I want to rehearse. Yes. Okay. Like today, I didn't do full band rehearsals. I recorded a song, but I had a 12-man backup singer with me.
Mm-hmm.
We were rehearsing, like, the thing, let me say it here. Let me say it here. They've learned the song,
Mm-hmm.
but they were not confident yet. So I can tell you that we sang that chorus for up to 100 times.
Wow. Just the chorus.
Just the chorus of a song. See, repetition is emphasis. Repetition is improvement. People don't know that, but repetition is improvement. It improves you because after a while, you have confidence. Okay, when you repeat a thing over and over again, after a while, it comes out effortlessly.
So practice makes perfect.
Yes. But people think there's a danger of thinking that I've known it.
Mm-hmm.
And you now stop.
Very interesting. I mean, so I want to ask you some stuff about the business side, but talk generally. You don't need to talk about yourself specifically.
Yeah.
A lot of people that want to get into the industry, they see a lot of you guys, and I'm speaking generally here, jumping up and down, attending this event, singing at this concert, and they believe you're making tons of money. You know, they hear exorbitant fees that this person charged 10 million, this person charged 3 million, this person charged that amount of money. But what I was going to ask you now is, in terms of music, the business side of music, because if you look at, sorry, my question is going to be a little bit long-winded, but I want the viewers to understand where I'm coming from. In terms of making money in the business side of music, you cannot make enough money from live performance. I'm sorry, not live performance, from personal appearances. Okay? So
Yeah.
what are the other ways? So, I mean, of course, there's all the music channels are out there, Spotify, Apple Music, all on iTunes. But there's two parts to this. What are the ways to make music? And what is the plans for how Nigerians are going to tap into royalties? Because when you look at foreign artists, like the Beatles, for example, John McCartney makes close to something like $1 million a week on royalties. It's far more than that, but I'm just trying to be conservative on royalties.
Last year it was one of the highest earning artists in royalties.
Yeah, and it's just from royalties. So,
but we have not
those questions and also explain what royalties are to people so they understand what that means as well, please.
Okay, first of all, royalties are monies that accrue to you for a lot of different reasons. For some of them, songwriting, production, writing, even instrumentation. Some instrumentalists don't take one-off pay. It can be 0.00001 or 0.001% of that particular thing. This is even in the studio where it is made. You get? They take royalties for that. It's like publishing. To publish your music, like put your music out there. So when they play your music on radio, you get paid. When they play it in the mall, you get paid. When somebody remakes your music, you get paid. When somebody takes a part of your music and puts in their music, you get paid. When somebody say, okay, I like the guitar parts of this song. Let me hijack it and put in my song. Somebody get paid. So in all of that's what royalty is. There's a way they used to calculate it, which I cannot explain entirely here. But in this system where we work, boss, we have no structure. That is our biggest undoing, that we have no structure. Because if we put a structure, if there's a structure, you can see that there's Coson, there's P-Man, there's one thing. Everybody's doing their separate thing. There's no one body that speaks on our behalf. Like in London, which I did the Christmas album.
Yes.
For you to call a musician to come and play for you, you have to call the body.
Okay.
You can't call a musician to come and play for you. They have a body. You call the body bills you, then send the person to you, then you pay the body. So you can't fight an individual. You are fighting an organization if you ever get into trouble.
Yes.
But we don't have that kind of structure here. But what we think that people that would have made more money if we had this structure in place. It's like there's no foundation. There's just a building, but we don't know what is right, what is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
There are some songs that I'm telling you that if we had a structure, the people that made those music, they can retire. We are 180 million people, or if not 200 and something million people. If people can just release one song and retire, songwriters will make money, instrumentalists will make money, record company, the artists will make money, the publishers, like the money will go round, but there's no structure, nobody to chase our money for us. So we're basically on ringback tones, little streaming, then the biggest chunk of it is performance. Nobody gives nobody royalties here.
So it means that if you're an artist and you're not picked for personal performances, your ability to really make money.
Nah, it's not gonna fly.
Are you serious?
Yes, it's not gonna happen.
Wow. I think Timmy's just frozen for a second. Hopefully he'll come back in a second. Guys, we're just talking while we're waiting for Timmy to come back. I'm not sure if he's hearing me. We're just talking about royalties and how. Okay, he's come back. So it basically, before you froze, you were saying that if you don't do personal appearances, you're not going to fly. So how do you make your money? You're only saying through personal appearances?
Yes, and endorsements.
Endorsements.
If you have any, yes.
And abroad they don't really endorse musicians.
People, yes, very true, very true, very true.
It's really sad about the situation with regards to royalties, because I remember I was watching an interview with Simon Cowell, who put together American Idol and all this sort of stuff, and he said, number one rule: if you are a record label owner, you are a producer, you're a musician or a singer, he said, always make sure you are listed on every single track that is produced on someone's album. And he will say, you'll come in, and all you might do is hit a keyboard and go ping, and say, add that to that track. And he gets listed as a writer or as a producer, songwriter, producer. That's all he does. He might just come in, ping, and that's it. So in Nigeria, we don't have that. But there's a lot of artists out there. So how are they surviving, Timi? How do they live?
I can't tell you. I don't know. It's especially in these times. It's really more difficult. Yeah, this whole what do you call it? COVID time, where there are no shows. It's really hard for a lot of people, because I don't know how. Especially if you not put your house in order. It's really hard. Even in times where there were no this kind of situation, the competition was stiff.
Wow. I don't know what to say. So as a creative in the Nigerian entertainment industry, Timi, so besides this one we just talked about, what are the other sort of challenges that you face?
Let me see. Me, I'm very comfortable where I am. As a musician. I like to carve it. I've carved like a niche for myself. I'm on my part of town. Like when I want to, I try to make my song to, like, okay, in 10 years, what sense would this song make? Would it be here? Like, I always keep that at the back of my mind as I go. So basically, First of all, at some point I got discouraged. Like, okay, Timi, you can do this thing that everybody's doing. But that is not the kind of music that I have in my head. There's what they call music criteria. It means, in interpretation, it means what you think music should sound like.
Okay.
You can't tell a classical person that thinks that has this the criteria that about classical music, that their own is classical music. You can't tell them that reggae music is the best music. When you ask them about music, that's what they would say. They would think classical. So everybody, to somebody that Fuji is the criteria of your music is Fuji. You can't tell them that R&B is something. So, boss, you get what I'm trying to say. So it's your interpretation of what music should sound like that directs your attention to what you would love and want to listen to. So me, I have the way I think music should sound like. I like when it sounds live. I'm a big fan of rhythm, but I'm also a big fan of lyrics. I like the taste of words. I like words that make me think. I like it so much. I like if I write something down, I think like I'm my biggest critic. If I write something down, I will ask myself, is it the best way you could have said this thing? Like I always tell a lot of people that music is not written, it's rewritten. In the sense that you did not see the ones that I threw away. You didn't see the lyrics that did not make it to the script.
True.
The ones that I canceled, the ones that are in the bin as I go on. You did not see when I said jeans. You did not see where I said blue jeans instead of this thing, denim or rugged jeans. You did not see that. So I say that music is rewritten, it's not written. And we had written a lot of unsaid things. We have written things that we threw away just to get to that one that we think was going to be. So that's it for me. So when you hear Bob Marley, oh pirate, yes, the rover, trust me, that's not the first thing he said.
True. True.
One love, one way, let's get together and feel all right. That is not the first thing he said. There are a lot of things he said before he got to that place.
True. Very, very true. So, I mean, I like your phrasing. You like the taste of music. I mean, that in itself is original. I hope you've not copyrighted that, because don't be surprised if I start to use that somewhere. You like
the taste of words.
Good. Okay, but you see the thing. I still need to go back and drag you small, Timi.
Okay.
You are making life sound too comfortable, too easy. You talked about your idol experience, and it was just fun. You didn't take it seriously. You got there. You now talk about you now having been established and you're comfortable where you are. Are you honestly telling me that you have not had any challenges in this business?
I have. That would not be.
What are the kind of challenges?
In the last 4 months, I've not felt like music. In the last 4 months.
Why?
I don't know. Some days I get tempted to say, should I just do something else? It's not a physical thing, it's a mind thing. I invited somebody to the studio today. One guy, I met him. I invited him to the studio. I told him today that some days I get lost. Some days I'm a genius. Some days I incredibly surprise myself. But every day I think, but you will not know. In the last 4 months, I will write. I have voice notes. I have voice notes of songs I want to write and everything. But I was tired. I guess it was the moment. I guess it was the things happening. I was not moving around too much. It was affecting me.
Okay.
So I got really tired. Boss, I'm telling you, I got really tired. I felt very uninspired. I could walk from my normally I could walk if I walk down my stairs, I can find you a melody to anything that you say. And you would like it. But I lost that part of me. I lost, let me tell you now, I forgot who I am. Who I am. I forgot. Like, you know how things you would, like self-pressure
Yeah.
would make you forget who you are and what you're capable of. Life can come hard at you, and that will happen. I said I went back to listen to some of the work that I did, and it uplifted me. I said, ah man, you've been trying, you were trying. So when you see people here slump into some of mental depression, it's all these things that causes it. Sometimes it's something that you cannot explain to anybody. You can't. In the last 4 months, I'm telling you, music used to be my escape route, but it wasn't. I had a teacher that was teaching me how to play the piano. I was doing that too, but I know when I'm in I know when I was in my zone. I know when I'm in my zone what I can do. I wasn't doing like 1/10 of it. But you get what I'm trying to say.
I do totally. I feel you. I understand.
Like the song that went to record today, I wrote it in 1 hour. I wrote it in 1 hour, and that was a Sunday. I was about to have my bath for my son's birthday, and boom, boom, he came to me like, and I read books. Like, okay, let me show you. I'm reading a book by Robin Sharma. It's called The 5 a.m. Club.
Okay.
I'm reading this Atomic Habits. And don't mind me, I think I'm crazy. I'm reading 2 books at once.
Okay.
So these things happen. You are not always in your best. There will be days when life will come at you. There will be days when excuses that are valid would show up at your doorstep. You will not even remember who you are. You can't put one thought on top of another one. There were days you would doubt what you can do. Like, who am I? Why am I even doing this music, Seth? Where does it lead?
I hear you. I definitely hear you. And I mean, it's something that a lot of people that have been putting some comments and they've been relating to you because they've been thinking that they were weird or they were
No, you're
having
not
problems.
weird. You're not weird. You're not weird at all. There'll be days I want to just close my ear. I don't want anybody to talk to me. Don't call me. I don't want to hear.
So people that have been going through this, don't understand that you're not alone. Creative people in particular go through this quite a lot because you work on inspiration, on your creative juices. So, don't ever feel that your life is over because you've gone for a blank day or a blank week or even a blank month. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, Timi, Great Nation, yes, is one
Yeah.
of the most popular songs. And a lot of people, including myself, I must be honest, I've said it should be our new national anthem. I must say, it's passionate. It's a powerful song. With Nigeria, the clock 60, it's still relevant now, even more than before. I know the song is about Nigeria. Yes, there's no doubt about that. And like I said, we view it as our national anthem. But what inspired you? What were your thought processes? What were your experiences that made you to come up with that song? Because most artists, when they're coming up with songs, they're thinking, hey, I need a hit. I need to make money. I need a hit. I want everybody to be dancing on the floor.
Mm-mm.
I'm sure when you started doing that song, well, correct me if I'm wrong, your mind was not saying, I'm expecting this to blow and be number one
Yeah, yeah.
and be a pop selling hit. It's pop selling in a different way. So what went through your mind? What made you create that?
Okay, let me say one of the few things I learned in Berkeley College of Music, yeah, is
Mm-hmm.
that the whole job, your entire job as an artist, is to leave your listeners with an experience, a significant experience rather, in
Mm-hmm.
their heart. That is your whole job. If you leave a person with an experience, they will never forget you. If you leave a person with an experience, they will never forget you. So that is at the top of when you begin to write anything. I'm talking to people now. When you begin to write anything, when you begin to do any form of art, when you are going, like you are going for a meeting, you want to meet somebody, you have to pitch something. Don't sell your market. Leave the person with an experience. They will never forget you. It is not the song that you are selling, it's the experience that will make people come for more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, let me give an example. There are some places that that it's not the neatest of places, so, but the beans that you buy there is like no
It's sweet.
other.
It's sweet.
So you will knot your tie, stay on the line humbly. You're not anybody's mate on that place. So it's the place that people should not find you. But because of that experience you always have with that beans, you damn every other consequence. But you go and have it. That is the thing in the back of my mind. A lot of people say Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that. But the truth is that it is only truly, truly, this is the only place you can call home.
True.
It's the only place that we can call home. So that's where it was born out of. I told somebody one day, like, see, let me tell you, people say Hausa and Yoruba Hausa. Let me tell you, some of these things that we do, this tribalism that we do, it was borrowed. Have you experienced an Hausa person that did that into you? No. Have you experienced a Yoruba man that did this thing they are talking to you? No. An Igbo man cheated you before? No. Somebody told you.
True.
Somebody told you this thing, and you carried it, and you are living by it, but you have not experienced it. Your uncle experienced it somewhere, somewhere, somewhere. So unfortunate. Is one of that person that did that thing to your uncle is one of many Igbo man. You get my point,
Mm-hmm.
boss?
Yeah.
So I'm saying to you that we are all that we have. We're all that we have. The day that we say as a people that enough is enough, enough is enough. That is the day that enough will be enough.
Very true.
Another illustration is that, have you seen us watch football? If you think Nigeria hates, you said we hate each other. When we go
Yes.
and
So
watch football, yeah, we don't
like
care
what?
which state one person is from.
Yes.
We're all vying for our team to win.
Yes.
Because we have a common interest. When the has ended, why don't we keep up with that energy?
Mm-hmm. True.
We all go back to our mundane.
Very true. Very, very true. So, Timi, my final question to me, thank you so much for your time. You spent nearly an hour with us. Yeah. As I would like to do with my guests on the final question, I like to open up for you to say anything you like to say, projects you're working on, advice you want to give. There's a lot of comments here from people that are singers, artists, musicians
Yeah,
that have been watching it as well. And I've been sorry if I kept reading out their comments, it would have affected our flow. But
yeah,
I mean, there's
yeah.
so many comments from people that have been relating to what you said, have appreciated what you have said. You've given them inspiration. So what? Just whatever you want to say for the next 5 minutes or so, either about encouraging them, things you've gone through, projects you're working on. Please, the floor is totally yours.
Okay. First of all, I would like to say, start today. Whatever you want to be, start today.
Mm-hmm.
You are not late. You're not late. Don't let anybody tell you that time has gone and time has this. Start today. The reason why you should start today is that if you start today, don't learn to see. The thing that complicates our life is that we like to learn plenty things at once. We like to do too many things at once. You know
Mm-hmm.
that if you learn one thing concerning your field every day, one new thing every day, in 365 days, you will have learned 365 new things. And there is no how you would have been the same. You will be the same person. If you learn one, I mean like one thing a day, one, not two, one thing a day, in 365 days, you would have learned 365 new things. Just imagine doing that thing for 3 years. People will now say, there's something different about this person. No, it is not by chance. It's that you have put in the work. There's no shortcut to this thing that we are talking of.
True.
There's no shortcut. It's not late. It's just that you are giving up. You know that our excuses are legitimate. Nigerians have legitimate excuses. Why they should not do something? You don't have time. You say you don't have time. You don't have time. But you're in 5 WhatsApp group. You are checking people's status. You're always on Instagram. Do yourself a favor. Think of you in the equation of your life. You matter. You do this thing long enough that you cannot be ignored. You cannot be. People are saying, what's up? They're not giving us opportunity. There's a level you get to. You don't need the opportunity. See, you don't go and beg for it. You have become a maestro in that field that they will look for you. You get? I used to give an example, like there's this show they used to do in December before. The first 3 times they did that show after West African Idol, they did not give me money the first day. The first time they gave me hotel. The second time they gave me hotel. The third time they gave me 100K. The fourth time they paid me 1.5 million.
Wow.
You see the difference? Because I've learned my trade and I'm in people's faces. So it's that. There's no shortcut to this thing. Another thing that I want to say is that writers write, singers sing. Boss, you understand what I'm trying to say? Do the thing. It is in the doing that you will learn.
Yes.
It is in the doing. It is not in the wishing. It is in the doing the job that you learn the thing. It's in the doing. True. Don't just wish every day. My grandmother used to have this problem of saying, I will build them tomorrow, I go build them tomorrow. Now I make the vulture no get nest. In the situation of this thing, I will do it later. See, a friend of mine, she was saying it jokingly, but she said procrastination. We think procrastination is not doing something. Procrastination is having so much to do and almost not doing any of them. That's what procrastination is. Procrastination is not, I will do it tomorrow. No. Is that you know that you have so much, you have put so much on your plate that you, at this point in time, you are doing so little because you want to, you're like sliced bread now. You have weighed yourself so thin. So when you see the task before you, hey, I have this so much to do, and you do none. That's another part. Writers, if you want to be a writer, write. If you want to be a singer, sing. If you want to be a keyboardist, practice. It is in the doing that you learn. It is not in the wishing.
True.
That's another point. Another point is that don't learn something. Don't practice until you know it. Practice until, if they wake you up from sleep, Do this thing. You can do it. It's in your bloodstream. It's you now. It's like ironed into your soul. Don't like when you learn a song and you get it, you stop. No, that's not when to stop. Give it another 300 practice. Give it another 300 times. You see that is where that's the difference between I know it and I'm an expert.
That's right.
It's in the extra. It is in the extra. It's not don't be comfortable in knowing. Be comfortable in becoming one with the thing. It's because we church people used to use the word grace. We used to abuse that word there. Oh, one day grace will call all of us. Leave me alone. Like, actually leave me alone. I don't know what people are doing. Just leave me. I'm not involved in this thing. Leave me alone. Because we do little of the work and say, the grace of God would, I have the grace. No. Grace shows up for hard work. Grace is not, if you're a lazy person, you should not even mention the word grace. If you're lazy, it should be a crime. So that's the thing. Put in the work. Put in the work up until you cannot be ignored. Like, when you write something, they will know that somebody wrote something. When you sing something, they will know that somebody sang something. Because the work does not hide. That's how they now begin to pay you better money. The laborer that laboreth is worthy of his wages.
Yeah.
It's true. Because that's the word I want to say. If now we are saying all of us want to blow, let us be honest. Let us be honest. Are you deserving of, does the work that you have put in, is it deserving of the blow that you want to blow? Or you just want to blow out of nowhere? Let's measure your work and the blow you want to blow. Can they go together? I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you that monkey, they climb banana tree. Boss, thanks.
Timi, you've been great. That was perfect timing as Instagram starts to do their countdown for us. We appreciate everything you've done. We appreciate you coming on board. We wish you God's blessing, continued success. You will continue to inspire us as you always do. You will continue to soar to greater heights. We love what you're doing. We love the fact that you could be honest with us, that you could take the time out. I'm sure everybody's here is appreciating everything you've said. I've seen so many great comments. Timi, take good care of yourself. I'm glad you're back on track. We're hoping to book you again very soon for more events that we like to do. All right. So take care. Say happy birthday to your son. We saw the phone you got him. It was amazing.
Thank you, boss.
His reaction was mad.
Thank you, boss.
Greet your wife also.
Thanks, boss.
Take care. All right, So guys, that was Timi Dakolo. Fantastic. We appreciate him. We appreciate you guys for joining us. Please join us again next week, Tuesday. We'll be back again with another great True Talk guest. We're here again on Thursday. We have a great guest on Thursday. You cannot miss that on Fashion's Finest Africa. Please remember to stay safe. COVID is real. Social distancing, wear your mask, and take care of you. The entertainment industry will soon be back on track, so we'll be partying and having fun. Good night, everybody, and take care.